Hey, what's up, and welcome back to Transforming with Sarah. How are you? I hope all is well. Today's video is my month 13 recap on my transformation weight loss journey, going from morbidly obese to a healthy weight. As always, it's just so hard to believe that I've been doing this for so long, but excited just to see those changes that are continuing to happen. And of course, just sharing it with you guys, my whole process. So in this video, of course, not only will I be going over what happened on the scale this last month, my measurements, I also break down what I am eating, drinking, my fasting schedule, as well as exercise, all of it just wrapped up nicely in this month recap video, if that's what you're interested in. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get right on into it. Okay, so real quick, I am not a doctor, healthcare professional, anything of that nature. I am just an average Joe here documenting my weight loss journey. This is completely my experience and just showing what I am doing on a day in, day out basis to progress my weight loss. So that being said, if this is your first time seeing me, my name is Sarah, and for my entire life, I have been morbidly obese and overweight. Longer story short, I got up to 308.8 pounds at my heaviest, and I am now 13 months into my weight loss journey. Currently, I am practicing the carnivore, all meat, animal-based diet. Of course, I will go ahead and link some more information down below if you are interested in the beginning part of my journey. So, month 13, I am super excited just to share what all I've been doing this month, what I've been working on, and of course, what has happened on the scale. But honestly, month 13 was a bit of a struggle, my gosh. I don't know what it was about this month, but we made it through. I made it through strong. This was actually my very first time I actually got sick. For the first time since, I don't know, it's been like a year and a half. I hadn't been sick at all, and all of a sudden I got some sort of cold respiratory thing. So I was working through that, being sick. But that being said, all in all, it was actually relatively good, because before, when I would get sick with some sort of cold respiratory thing, I would be feeling symptoms for like 2 to 3 weeks after, even just that lingering cough. But what I noticed was simply by day 7, I would say I already felt basically back to normal. So the turnaround time from me being sick definitely decreased, and I feel like I made it through much smoother, and I didn't have that lingering cough or anything like that. So overall, I feel like my body handled a sickness way better now than it probably would have being on the standard American diet. So what happened on the scale then, especially since I was sick? What happened this month? And I stepped on the scale this morning, and I am so happy to say that it continued going down. Yay! So last month's check-in, I was just barely at 75. I was at like 74.4, I want to say. So this month 13, I earned not 1, but 2 badges on Fitbit, meaning I now have lost a grand total of 80.2 pounds. Yes! So excited. I finally hit that 80 pounds total. Like, that's absolutely incredible. When I first started my journey, I did not think that I would ever get this far. I am so close to what I weighed in high school. I'll see if I can put some pictures here for you guys. But yes, I finally saw another huge breakthrough of 80 pounds, meaning this last month alone, I actually lost 5.8 pounds. So that scale did jump quite drastically. If you've been following along, you know that some months I only lose about 1 to 2 pounds for the entire month, but then some months come along where I lose 5.8 pounds. So I am absolutely thrilled and happy about my progress. And of course, the number on the scale is not the entire picture of my health. That's why I'm breaking down everything else as well, including measurements. So let's go ahead and just get right on into the measurements. I took these when I weighed around 300 pounds. This was actually taken exactly 13 months ago today when I restarted my journey. So I also am so excited just to see not only the pounds going down, but inches being shedded off my body as well, and of course sharing it with you. Okay, so around my neck in the last 13 months, I have now lost a total of 1 3/4 of an inch. Around my chest and bust area, I have now lost a total of 12 inches. Around my upper thighs, I have now lost a total of 8 inches there. Going around my calf, I have now lost about 3.5 inches there. But of course, the most exciting one is around my waist and my hips. So around my waist in the last 13 months, I have now lost a total of 12.5 inches. And then going around my hips and my lower stomach, I have now lost a total of 14.5 inches. And again, it's just absolutely incredible to not only see the scale go down, but those inches just being shedded off my body and just those areas that I'm measuring alone. Of course, I've seen from those side-by-side pictures a lot of other areas where I of course am losing fat, but just to see in those areas alone, it's really exciting and incredible just to know that I am finally making that healthy change. We are finally losing the weight and in transformation mode here. And yeah, I could not be happier with my results so far. So the total number of inches lost in just those areas is now 52.25 inches lost. And that is absolutely incredible just to see that. I am now 80 pounds down. I am 18 pounds away from what was my original weight loss goal. As I mentioned, I am practicing the carnivore way of eating, so an all meat animal-based diet, meaning no sugar, no fruit, no vegetables, just meat and animal products such as butter, eggs, and whatnot. So me specifically, I started off with that wide range at the beginning, but as I'm getting further into my carnivore journey, I've noticed that I just have more tendencies to crave and want beef over other cuts. Not that the others are bad, I just prefer eating beef. That's what tastes the best to me. That's what helps hold me over longer when I'm doing my fasting. So for me, beef is pretty much where it's at. I have been doing a little bit of ground beef, but in majority, I just try and do whatever steaks I can find on sale. Even if they're the thin cuts, I'll do that. Or the beef shank. I'll also have round eye steaks. I do stew meat that I will fry up in bacon grease. So pretty much any sort of meat I can find on sale on the beef side, that's what I tend to go to. I do have some pork as well. I'll do some pork chops from time to time. And of course, some pork ribs are absolutely delicious. And I did recently re-add in bacon, but I'd make sure that I'm going with strictly the sugar-free bacon just to make sure I'm not getting in any sugar in my body, because I definitely do not want that at this stage. So sugar-free bacon, I have been adding that in and enjoying having that little bit of extra flavor. But surprisingly, the one thing I have changed this month is eggs. If you've been following my journey, you know that I want to say 2-3 months ago, I went ahead and cut out eggs because I was having some digestive issues with the eggs. And I also lost my taste for eggs where eggs didn't even seem appealing. So I went ahead and just took them out. Okay, so fast forward to about 2 weeks ago, I actually wound up for whatever reason, just really craving eggs. I really wanted scrambled eggs or egg pudding. I just really wanted some eggs, and I thought that, you know what, maybe it's my body just telling me it's time to bring them back, or it's missing some sort of nutrient that is in eggs, so we'll go ahead and give it a shot. Now, that being said, I'm making sure to stay away from the lower quality eggs, so I did go ahead and pick up some pasture-raised eggs. They are higher quality, they are a little bit more expensive, but it also does help to stretch out my meals. Anyhow, I added eggs back in, and so far I have not noticed any sort of issue. So I'm just going to go with it until they may or may not give me issues in the future. But as of right now, I'm feeling just fine. I'm getting more of a variety between the bacon, the eggs, and then my beef, pork, and just kind of living in that zone of beef and pork. Okay, so for me, I like to think that my fasting is what has recently been progressing my weight loss journey. Again, it's going to be different for everybody, but mostly what I've been working on is fasting. So the beginning of my journey, I was doing 2 meals a day, or the intermittent fasting. And then the last, I would say 3 or 4 months now, I have been working on doing 1 meal a day. training my body up to being able to fast a bit longer in a healthy way, as well as making sure that when I am eating the correct amount of food and getting the nutrients that I need. So this month I did really well with my 1 meal a day. It's becoming easier and easier, I've noticed, with the more practice I put into it, which makes sense. It's almost like a muscle and a workout, is you're just training your body with fasting and going longer and getting the nutrients it needs when you eat. So I like to credit that to the recent kind of jump on the scale in weight is from my fasting. But the exciting thing is I finally decided to bite the bullet and try my very first 48-hour fast. So I actually just started that on Thursday, and today's Sunday, so I wound up actually finishing it up yesterday. On Saturday, I went a full 48 hours without eating, and I did go ahead and film that. I will go ahead and link that down below if you missed that video. So alongside with my 1 meal a day, I now put in my first 48-hour fast. What I'm thinking about doing, of course, is continuing along on my 1 meal a day, and then maybe at the end of each month leading into my weigh-in, that's when I can do my 48-hour fast. But doing a longer fast like that definitely can help with the deep healing of your body. So I definitely want to try and get that put in here and there as I can. And exercise, in kind of line with the rest of my diet, as I try to keep things very simple. Right now, I don't really have that capability of being able to get to the gym, so I'm just trying to move my body when I can, as much as I can. My go-to form of exercise has pretty much always been walking. It's just become a habit, and also what just I enjoy at the end of working is getting outside, getting fresh air, sunlight, and listening to an audiobook. So walking has definitely been my go-to absolute favorite. Other than that, I do have those adjustable dumbbells, so I do try to follow along on some guided workouts to try and build my muscle up a little bit. And then of course, just doing those simple free things like squats, push-ups, and crunches as I can, or even dancing and just moving my body and getting my heart rate up, because it's free, it's fun, and I feel great when I'm just dancing and enjoying music, even if it's while I'm cooking. But that's pretty much been my exercise for now. So right now I'm just going to keep it simple with those at-home workouts. But yes, that is pretty much it, all things considered. With it being a crazy month and being sick for the first time, I'm excited to be able to see the scale go down and the measurements go down and inflammation continue to go down. And I'm just feeling absolutely fantastic and great. If you liked today's video, of course, don't forget to hit that like button, leave a comment below. And if you haven't done so already, I would love it if you hit that subscribe button and follow along. So until next time, you guys, remember to stay strong, stay positive, and you've got this. Bye, everybody.